Hey guys, got a few packages in the mail, so I will now open them for you. Going to start off with a smaller one. I'm pretty sure I know what all of these are, so let's get into it. I believe there should be 2 CDs in here. There should be 1 vinyl record in the bigger box. Excuse me, Thomas. As usual, Thomas is here to at least watch me open these. Sometimes he'll get in my lap and actually join me. A lot of times he just likes to hang out and watch me, though. Alright, so this is what I thought it was. I am rather excited for this. So, an artist that has bothered me for a long time that wasn't in my collection is Aphex Twin, and I finally have a couple Aphex Twin CDs. I don't know why, but finding like Aphex Twin CDs are just, it's hard to find them at a decent price. And this was the main one I was looking for, Drug Cues. I had this shipped over from the UK. I can't remember how much I paid for, but I felt like it was a pretty decent price compared to a lot of other listings that I've seen. And yeah, the same store also had Selected Ambient Works Volume 2, so I decided to go ahead and pick them up, both up. So, if you're not familiar, Aphex Twin is an electronic musician. Does a lot of ambient and noise type stuff. This one uses a lot of rather dissonant piano-driven songs, and fast beats, and the disc is trying to fall out. Yeah, it is a double disc. I'm not a big fan of these type of disc holders because they just fall out so easily, but little 2-panel book that it has in there. Not as familiar with this one. I've probably listened to at least part of it at some point or another, but yeah, I listened to this CD a lot, digitally back in my college days, but I haven't listened to Aphex Twin in a fairly long time. But I've been wanting to get his music in my collection. Once again, a double disc. This one even has some broken teeth on the back of it, so I'll just pull the disc out. And here's the other disc. And let's get our booklet out. So, poster insert. So yeah, it'll probably be a decent few days before I listen to these, just because, they're double CDs. They're going to be a bit long. It is kind of late for me as a night worker. So now let's get into the vinyl record. This is from Mondo. I know there was kind of a scare about them possibly being shut down or something, but I mean, they seem to still be going strong from what I can tell. I mean, I still see them putting out new albums and shit like that. But yeah, some of you may know I'm a huge fan of E.T. And in general, John Williams' scores are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and get up and grab something. Yeah, I mean, I do have this really shitty picture disc of it, but, this is double vinyl, this is single vinyl, so, this has more complete score of it. This is by far my worst sounding picture disc, but I mean, how could I say no to the art for the disc itself, But yeah, I finally have the full score, not on a picture disc. It's from Mondo. Mondo always does really cool art covers like these. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. If I can get it open. get so much used vinyl these days that it's kind of hard to always forget how hard it can be to open up vinyl. So, I do have one of these cool outer strips. Here's the back of it. Cool gatefold. Let's see, looks like we got a insert. I always do love how they have like these big essays on it as well. You know, credits, you know, list of all the musicians in the orchestra. Check the other pocket. Looks like there's nothing in it besides the vinyl itself. And I did order it on this, I believe they called it moon colored vinyl. Kind of interesting. I think they also had one that was like inspired by like the glowing card VT. That was a little bit too loud, I guess. I was originally planning on just getting it on black vinyl. I don't know why, but for some reason last minute I decided to go ahead and get the colored vinyl. We'll go ahead and pull out the other disc as well, and they should look more or less the same, but it is a double vinyl. And there is one other thing I think I want to show you while I'm here with you, because I did pick something up in the store recently. I usually I mean, most of the stuff I get is through mail order anyway, but yeah, I mean, every once in a while I do get something from the store, and I do like to be able to incorporate them when I can. So let me see if I can find this record right here. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 soundtrack, or Awesome Mix Volume 3, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is my favorite, you know, as far as like, you know, the non-original music, you know, the soundtrack for it. You know, I like how they incorporated like 90s and 2000s music, because that's more of my jam than, you know, like all the 70s and 80s. I mean, they had some bangers in the previous soundtracks, but this is my personal favorite. You know, you got the acoustic version of Creep, you got Flaming Lips, Do You Realize? Those are like the two main songs for me. You know, you got something like, you know, We Care a Lot from Faith No More, and, you know, In the Meantime by Space Hog, and, you know, a lot of fun killer tracks. I mean, obviously, when I buy things like these, like, not everything's necessarily going to appeal to me, and, you know, I don't really care for the Beastie Boys, frankly, or is the other one, Florence and the Machine. But, I mean, even when they have songs like that mixed in there, like, for some reason, it's just really fun. Yeah, it's in these cool custom sleeves. I mean, I feel like a lot of times they do really cool packaging for film scores, but on colored vinyl. So the first disc is purple. I know there's a poster in here too, so I'll show that as well. But here's the other one. What did y'all think of Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I think it might be my favorite of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, and really so far, like, you know, within all the sub-series of Marvel, I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy is really the only one that, like, I feel like every movie is, like, just a solid movie, you know. I mean, all the other series, you know, there's at least that one movie that I kind of feel like was kind of weak compared to the others. I mean, even if it's not necessarily a bad movie, you know, I still, you know, I feel like there's at least one black sheep in every sub-series of Marvel, except Guardians of the Galaxy. So, but yeah, that's some vinyl and CDs I had to show you. So yeah, I should have something coming in today actually, but based on tracking, I have a feeling it's going to take a little bit longer. So yeah, whenever that gets here, I'll show that. I can't really think of anything else particularly interesting happening anytime soon, but when that happens, I will make a video for it. So yeah, I will see you then.